So this is Wednesday. It is 7:20 in the morning, and the Green Goddess is ready for a test ride, and it looks good. I've been sitting on this paper for about 3 or 4 days, and what you see is that after 4 days of sitting here, I can live with whatever that is. That could be residual. Some leftover. Kevin's going to take it out for a ride. We were just talking about this is a little different than most bikes we've ridden. We're going to fire it up first of all and see if that center stand continues to deploy by itself, which is a syndrome I've never seen before because it's really tight. This is a tight center stand. So why it would deploy by itself is, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. The only thing we can do is take it off, clean off the powder coat, put it back together and see if the spring will hold it up. So anyway, Kevin, how you feeling this morning?
Oh, real excited about this test ride. A beautiful bike, rear sets, low handlebars, the gear shifts on the right-hand side with a reverse shift pattern. What could possibly go wrong,
Yeah, Nortons are reversed, and yeah, the pattern is reversed from Triumph and BSA, but it is standard for Norton. So we have that going for us. And get a feel for the rear brake, see how that feels to you over there. And I might tighten that front brake just a little bit. What's that pedal feel like on that side for rear brake?
Pretty good.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give a couple of turns on this one just to bring it in a little bit. And we'll do a start now and check out the center stand. Okay, we just raised the handlebars a little bit for Kevin's comfort. Actually, they look pretty good right there.
Mm-hmm.
You may leave them.
Yeah, I like this.
We're going to do this is a cold start. This thing hasn't been run since the other day when we did the first start. It's a Mikuni, so we're going to leave. You're going to leave the choke off at this point?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And let's fire it up. Do you remember the secret handshake?
We're going to find out.
Okay. I'm always here as backup.
Good man.
Yeah. I live to help.
I think this bike just hates me, that's all.
Nah, I love bike loves you.
She wanted to.
Yep. Rolling that throttle real smooth.
Yep.
Whoops. Did you kick it into gear?
I have. Don't know. Yeah, probably. There we go.
See if it'll go over.
How's that feel?
Yeah, it's probably in first.
Yeah. But it's not. Look at that space.
I know. All right, let's get
Start
it out
again.
of here. Hmm?
Yeah, start
All right.
over.
Now we'll start again. All right. The goddess strikes again. Let's zoom in right here and go all the way down to that shifter. And right about there. And that's full throw up and down, and it's not engaging anything. Okay, we can spin the rear wheel all we want. We cannot get it to click out of gear until we try to move the bike around.
Yeah.
Shit, that's gonna move this way.
Yeah, the clutch is worthless.
So whatever it is, it's right in there,
Yep.
inside that cover. The only way we can move this bike and work on the yellow bike is to disconnect the chain.
Yeah.
Doggone it. It's
No, something inside is not making it.
Something is broke.
Yep.
And the fun
That's
just never stops. All right, so we have to decide if we want to move this bike one way or another, which probably means taking off the chain and working on the yellow bike, or working on this bike today. And I think that we should put the goddess over here. We'll pull that chain and put the goddess over here for a few days and work on the speedometer on this yellow bike.
Sounds good.
Because we have been neglecting it. All right. All right, we're pulling the tranny cover off the green goddess. To see what we see. Is that all of them?
No.
More magnet?
1, 2, 3, 4. One more 5. That's all.
All right, let's see how it comes off easy or if it's going to fight us.
Good. You're gonna wrestle.
All right. Got some heavy duty gray sealer on there.
Yeah.
All right. All right, now our favorite method, usually we have more room to work.
Yeah.
We use a blade of a box cutter.
It's an oil tank.
I know it's an oil tank, we can't move it.
Can't move it. Ooh.
And try to get into the gasket material by tapping the box cutter blade into the gasket between the surfaces. There's not a lot of room to work here.
None.
Try, do you have any room back here at this
No,
corner?
not really. Nope. Can't get the hammer in there.
How about coming up from the bottom?
That's what I was thinking. Wait a minute, maybe I gotta start here. Can't get any.
All right, well, we will continue this.
Shall return.
Okay, we're trying to break this cover free, which usually we can do with a blade into the gasket, but this thing was so tight we couldn't get a blade in there, and we couldn't find any way to pry on it. And then we said, hey, if we put a screwdriver between here and the shifter mechanism, lift it up, just put that up. If we put a blade between here and pry, it seems to work. Yep, it's moving the cover.
Yep.
There it goes.
There's the brake.
All right, good. Now I don't know if we have to do this with the shifter on this guy to release it as you take it off. See if it'll come off straight right now. Otherwise, we may have to activate the shifter.
No, it's going on.
It's coming off. That's right. It goes into the ball in there.
Yeah.
All right. Now we got to figure out, why did this shifter stop shifting?
I'm guessing that screw's not supposed to be down
You
in
know,
there.
There's
There's 2 of them.
There's debris down in there. There's yeah.
There's 2 screws in there.
All right, that's a hint.
Yes.
There's a hint. Okay, let's take this over to the bench. Through the value of combined 30 years experience in working on motorcycles, we have deduced that these 2 bolts and washers probably go into these 2 holes in here and hold this whole shifter assembly down, and they have fallen out of their holes, and that's why it would not shift. Now that's just a wild guess, but we're we're going to put it back together and see if we got a shifter.
When you find two bolts rolling around inside, it's a pretty good,
There's a
pretty
hint.
good guess.
Yeah, we call that a hint. Oh Lord. Okay, Kevin puts this Norton tranny outer cover on differently than I do. This post has to go into this roller, which loves to move out of the way. I have fought that so many times that I usually take this whole unit out and slide it in and then slide the cover over it. Kevin, on the other hand, is able to put the cover on and make the little peg go in the little hole. So let's see if he can do it on tape.
Yeah,
No pressure, Kevin.
Yeah, I
no
was just saying, let's get the video on and see how it goes.
You want a smaller screwdriver, a finer one?
No, that should work okay.
You want a light?
No, I got enough light. I just got to get her lined up.
Brave man.
Or stupid, one of the two.
Or lucky. Lucky's
Well,
good.
lucky's good. I'd rather be lucky than smart half the time.
God knows. See, I always get right about there, and it's.
Yep.
I can get you a hook. I can get you anything. So right there.
Yeah, it slid. Yeah, sometimes it's just dumb luck. Come on, baby.
I have taken these apart and found that post ground down to half diameter. People before us have ground that post way down.
Doesn't look like I'm going to get lucky today.
Okay, stand by. Okay, that wild cackling you heard in that last video, that short duration, was Kevin dancing around like a crazy man, laughing his head off, because while I went over to get a flashlight and a hooking tool so he could line up that little peg into the little hole, the whole outer tranny cover just snapped right into place. And I actually turned the video on Kevin and I thought I got him dancing around, and I didn't. All I got was that short little snippet. So that's what it was. We didn't get the chance to see him do his crazy, really neat way of putting the outer cover on, because he did it while I walked away for a moment. So, sorry. I wish I'd caught him dancing around, because it was funny. Oh well. Okay, so this is really cool. We just took the outer cover off the tranny to fix the fact that the shifter wasn't doing anything at all, just flopping up and down. We found a couple of bolts that hold the whole shifter mechanism loose and in the bottom of the outer case, so there you go. So we put them in and bolted down the shifter mechanism, and then we put it back together and got the cable on, got the shifter on, got the kicker on, got everything on, and we finally put the chain on the rear fender, on the rear wheel, so we could spin it, and it's in gear. And so we went to check to see if we got gears, and nope, we got the exact same thing that we started out with. It don't shift. I mean, it's not doing anything at all. So let's see, the possibilities. One, we screwed up when we put it together, and the little pin might not be in the little rotating ball. Maybe there's something wrong with that shifter mechanism, which we didn't really look into. We just bolted it back down. And third, let's see, we messed up, maybe. Something wrong in there we didn't see, which would be us messing up. And third, something wrong in there that was so wrong we didn't notice it. And we'll find that out when we do the job again tomorrow. It's 10:30. I'm gonna go up to the Old Farts lunch. Old Farts, PHARTZ. And by the time we get back, it'll be too warm to work on the bike anymore. So we'll work on this some more tomorrow. And that's the way it is. And as we are wont to say around here, The fun just never stops. And there she blows. Okay, here's a little postscript for you. I guess tomorrow morning when we take that tranny outer cover off again, we'll find out if Kevin's little peg missed the little hole, and that's the reason why it's not shifting. That'll be funny if that's what happened. If that's not what happened, it'll be interesting to find out just what's going on with that shifter. Well, we'll know more about that tomorrow. Anyway, that's all.